Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we're going to be talking about the one and only Caspa. What happened in recent times? Where is it going to go? Is it still a good time to buy? And, people's comments on this coin. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, highly recommend joining the Discord community. You can see we called out Zbeck, on the 10th of May. And we can see that people are super happy, already up $2,000 just within a short period of time. We are going to be calling out multiple new coins, especially that we now have bullish confirmation. So highly recommend joining the community. Portfolio reviews, economic and global updates and news, frequent up-to-date technical analysis, and a very supportive community. Sell and buy calls and trading education is provided. If that sounds good to you, now is the time to act. Once the markets start moving, there is no I should have, coulda, woulda. Now is the time. If you want to take things to another level, we have the blueprint that covers everything from A to Z in crypto that you need. No fluff, no bullshit, just the most important news, fundamentals, and technicals to have you succeed in these markets. Listen, in recent times, Caspa has been doing very well. Granted, yes, the whole market has been recovering, but for Caspa, it is also, very huge in terms of the fundamental news, right? When we look at the fundamental news, ladies and gentlemen, crescendo update happened on May 5th. What was that? Pretty much we went from 1 BPS to 10 BPS. So 1 block per second to 10 blocks per second, which means we literally became 10 times faster and 10 times better of a coin. Now, the crazy thing is Caspa's not done yet. Caspa eventually plans on becoming 100 BPS and then 250 BPS. We are already the fastest coin in terms of blocks per second in the whole entire crypto, and we will continue to dominate this way. Caspa is truly one of a kind, and I do expect this coin to really explode. Now, over the next few short weeks, I do overall expect this coin to consolidate a little bit before it bursts up. The reason why I mention that, ladies and gentlemen, is because we are practically at a very big, important key zone right now. We can see that if we even pull it up all the way, this green box has been tapped into and retested off multiple times. We are on the weekly time frame right now. We can see multiple weeks worth of data here, multiple weeks worth of data here, here before we fell off. And yeah, now we are officially back above it. 2 weeks ago, we closed at 11.5 cents, a little bit higher than that. And we said this was fantastic, right? This was very fantastic. I overall expected Caspa to lose a little bit of momentum because the thing is right now we are reclaiming this level because we did lose this key level, which was very scary, but we did also retest above another key level, which was the previous all-time highs before this big expansion back in 2023, right? So now what is next for Caspa? Well, overall, ladies and gentlemen, I expect this coin to kind of just be consolidating and going diagonally, just over the next few days. It probably will most likely explode within a week or two, especially that we expect Bitcoin to explode within a week or two, but we're going to talk about that in just a second. So, ranging between, let's just say, 9.5 cents and 11.5 cents is going to be the next thing for Caspa, right? We do have a big red daily candle. We are having a little bit of a green one now, but I overall expect this coin to drop off a little bit, but overall be chilling, in this rectangular box. If we go to something like the weekly candles, we can see that there is actually an order block right over here, right? So if we mark this up, this is a very nice zone to be buying, right? Between the 9 to 9.5 cent area is going to be your last key prime opportunity, okay? That is where I think we are going to hit the lowest of the low, right? So just, just be wary of that. We will not be seeing these levels again of 8 cents, right? It would not make sense in terms of structure. And in fact, it would be very concerning. But it just doesn't make sense overall because even in terms of Bitcoin and global liquidity, right? If you guys don't know, the way we have the indicator set up is that global liquidity is 91 days ahead compared to Bitcoin. So what do I mean? Well, if I show you very quickly, right? If we look at the indicator, we take it from the top to the last green candle, it was 91 days. If we take it from the bottom to the last red weekly candle, 91 days, okay? And now if we take it from the final dip, right? The final dip before we explode, boom, we are going to be 91 days, which is next week. So next week is possibly the last, pullback type of phase, pullback type of candles, right? Which makes sense because overall we are just consolidating and have been kind of, retesting off of these highs of Bitcoin for the last 2 weeks, right? Even if I just get rid of the indicator so we can see more clearly, we can see that candle closes have been very, very nice, and we have been closing above this zone, right? So we are consistently retesting off this. I don't expect Bitcoin to ever be dropping back to these areas again, unless of course, maybe for bear season, but that is a different story. Context might be different, cycles might be different at that point. But overall, I expect us to be ranging from, let's say, 111,000, 111,500 to 104,500, right? That is going to be our main range, for Bitcoin. So I do expect, overall next week to kind of just play out, right? Possibly fake us out here and there, but then we are going to explode, which means Caspa is going to explode too, right? Caspa is going to explode too. And I really do think Caspa is going to move very, very quick, right? We will be looking to be taking out this 15.5 cent zone. Every time investors and were in control, we kind of always stayed above 15 cents, because if we take generally, the tops to the bottoms, it's more or less 20 cents tops, 10-cent bottoms, right? So anything above 15 cents or above that means we are in bullish territories. Buyers have taken over, right? Just simple fundamentals. Now, some people already think buyers did take over, which I agree, right? I think we've been, recovering and bullish for some time, right? We can see people love this cup handle thing. Everyone's been talking about it for a while. It makes sense, right? We practically are talking about the same thing. Overall, Caspa should be exploding to that 15.5 cent zone very, very quickly. You can see lots of positives. I mean, literally, Caspa has the strongest fundamentals in crypto. That is, without let's say debating too much, it is literally top 10. It is easily top 10, right? You guys can save the debate for yourselves, but Caspa is literally easily top 10 coin. So, right, smart contracts are coming, preparing for smart contracts. The next evolution of Caspa ecosystem is coming. Smart contracts will soon be programmable blockchain capabilities to the world's fastest layer 1 platform, right? So look, overall, a lot of people are very, very bullish, right? Some people are using this cloud stuff. I don't really use that. I just use, basic fundamentals. Look, also, this is very true. Money supply is rising. If combined with a Fed rate cut, a liquidity explosion is intimate. The setup is perfect for for only one layer 1 with 10 BPS proof of work security and true decentralization, Caspa, right? We are super early in this bull run. A lot of people are, very, very bullish on this coin. Why people buy those, when you have this, Sui. Don't know too much about Sui. Wouldn't call necessarily Sui scam 100%. But yeah, overall, it is looking very, very bullish. People are overall very, very, very happy. I think I saw something, right? Someone said this, nothing bullish about this. Look, no, people, it is actually very, very bullish, right? We literally retested off this blue zone. We are going to pull back and then we're going to smash above it. I mean, just use basic fundamentals, just follow the money and you'll see that Caspa is going to explode very, very soon. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy. Highly recommend joining the community. Even 1 month can be paid off within just buying one single coin. Obviously not financial advice, but we are going to be sniping these coins left and right. That is it. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.